we're finally, and I mean finally, cleaning off this LS3 engine, bro. So here we go. We're about to lift it up. Big strong, you know what I'm talking about? Big muscle, big back, big arms. Not really, but obviously this is the first step to cleaning the engine. You got to put it on an engine stand because I didn't feel like flipping it over on the ground. But as you know, and as you can tell, we're finna do a little voiceover with this video, and I'm gonna just walk y'all through the process of how I clean this entire engine to the T. I'm gonna cue some music right now.
Artlist.io.
Alright, so right here at this part, all I am doing is taking some of that automatic transmission fluid and I'm just wiping down the cylinders, getting all of them lubed up, basically oiling them out because I'm going to be coming back later on with some of that Dawn dish soap and some hot ass water. So you already know that's going to get everything cleaned off, get the dirt loosened up. But for now, I want to make sure I got the cylinders lubed up and oiled. And I want to let that transmission fluid soak up in there and sit. So any type of dirt that's in there or maybe some flash rust, I can get that out of there and I can get it all broken down before I get to the next cleaning process.
Artlist.io.
Booyah, baby. Engine foamy degreaser. That's what I like using and that's what I decided to use to clean out this whole engine. I personally don't care, or at least I didn't care when I was doing this about the outside of the block. All I cared about is getting dirt out of the inside. So I got some of this foam stuff because obviously with foam you can see it working when you spray it on something, and I sprayed it all over. I got it in every bolt hole, every oil galley, just everywhere. I tried to spray it as much as I could, and I bought like I think maybe 3 cans or something like that, and I used every last bit of it. I made sure I got it everywhere just so it could sit there and it could break down and I can go ahead and, you know, move on to the next part with the cleaning process. But this stuff works wonders. I love using a foamy one. Oh yeah, this right here, this the holy grail, baby. This is the holy grail. I use this exact brush kit. This is an engine cleaning brush kit by Moral. I can't say it, but you can see it right there on Amazon. That's where I got it from, and you can see when I bought it on there, I believe, as well. I use this. You probably don't have to spend all this money. You could probably buy a bunch of other little smaller kits. Just make sure you get some that are big enough and small enough for every little bolt hole, every oil galley plug, and make sure you get some that are long, that can go all the way up and down the long end of the block. So you can get down them cam boards and the lifted boards and all of that. But other than that, man, this is what I use. I have them soaking down at the bottom in a Harbor Freight bucket with some Dawn dish soap and some hot water. And I use this brush kit to clean off my entire block, and I loved it. It was so soothing. Oh my God, you can see it right now.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my
Artlist.io.
Make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. You Misty, we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power slide. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't
Music
no
licensing reimagined.
The plastic bars from a copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. Ain't no cap, I'm real. The plastic bars from a copy my steel. Got my heart no. Heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Get us every day. Got my heart no.
Artlist.io.
Break you in then. Get us every day. This sound like Argentina. Had to fist my demeanor. No, they don't want me breathing. Still I rose like diamonds. Got on 3 Jesus pieces. Looking like Jay-Z and Yeezy. So far from conceited, but how can
Music licensing reimagined.
Rappers think they doing something, I'm not a fan. I told my dad today, he said it's all pretend. I got back in my bed now,
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars when I copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars when I copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars when I copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. Plastic bars when I copy my steel. Got my heart, no.
I do think I should mention this part though. When it comes to buying your cleaning product, you can use brake cleaner, you can use like mineral spirits, you can use, I've seen people use paint thinner, I've seen people use something that starts with an A, I forgot. It's similar to paint thinner or whatever, but I've seen people use all type of stuff. Like I said, I mainly use the transmission fluid for the cylinders, and I use some of the WD-40 to get oil into the cylinders, as what I'm doing right now. I'm spraying some of that WD-40 up in the cylinders because I want to make sure the cylinders stay lubricated the whole time. That's really my main thing, because you don't really clean cylinders like you would clean a block with Dawn dish soap. That's not going to get rid of some of the dirt that's in the cylinders. So I made sure I just kept the cylinders clean because they were already clean from the machine shop, and I'm just going back over it with some more oil and some more transmission fluid to keep everything lubed up. Yep, that's right. I'm going back over it with automatic transmission fluid. I want that transmission fluid to do its job, baby. It helps break down rust. Now, I don't really have much flash rust up in this block at this time, so I wasn't too worried about it, but I was making sure that it was in there anyway, just in case, and so it could prevent any flash rust when I'm about to spray it off with some water.
Music licensing reimagined.
You're about to see next right here. I'm gonna go back over it with more WD-40 in the cylinders. Why? Because I'm about to spray it down. I'm about to get all that dirt, all that Dawn dish soap, all that stuff out of the block. But of course, WD-40 stands for water displacement 40. It displaces water. That's his whole job. It displaces water. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and cake these cylinders up with all type of oil, all type of lube, all type of whatever, plus WD-40, because that's gonna help keep them cylinders nice, clean and fresh and rust free while I'm spraying it down.
Artlist.io.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Exactly. Y'all could have guessed what I was about to do after I turned that water off. Cylinders, baby. More oil, more WD-40, more transmission fluid in the cylinders. Gotta get those dry, gotta get the water out, gotta get those lubed, caked up, and protected from flash rust instantly. I made sure that was the most important thing I did out of this whole process. Look at me, going ham on it, baby. Ham! Let's go! And here you see me grabbing a leaf blower, because once I took care of the cylinders, now I'm about to blow all of the water that I can get to off of the block. Of course, we already cleaned it, but now we gotta get all that water out of the cracks, out of the crevices, out of the oil galleys, and out of all the plugs and buttholes, and wherever we got water, we gotta blow it out as much as we can. As much as we can. As much as we can. Keywords, baby, keywords. Right here, we're getting towards the end of me cleaning this block off. As you saw, I blew all the big water off, but luckily on this day, it was a hot and sunny day, so I knew the aluminum was gonna heat up to an extent. A lot of that water that I couldn't get to is going to dry up, and I was also lucky again because this was an aluminum block, so I had no real fear of rust on the inside or even the outside besides the cylinders. But I decided to go through this process of cleaning this block after it came from the machine shop. That way I can go ahead and assemble it later on.